Hi everybody and welcome to another unboxing. Today I'm taking a little look at something. It's not a new game, it's actually an older game by Steam standards. It's now available on console and that is Ghost of a Tale, the collector's edition. I saw this pop up on the pre-order list about, let's say about 6 months ago or so. I think it was due to come out in November, at least that's it. It was originally dated November, then it got pushed back into this month, and it's kind of gone back and forth between January and February and wherever. So it's here now. Like I say, it was originally on Steam, so it's been out for a while. It looks like something I would enjoy, hence why I've got it. But yeah, let's take a little look at what's inside. Okay, so as you can see, it is a nice glossy cardboard box exterior. It's larger than most cardboard box, so to me this is small for a collector's edition, but it's bigger than most limited editions, if you catch my drift. Usually the limited edition style boxes are the same size as the game disc box, just thicker, but this is thicker and taller, so again it's gonna be hard to place on my shelf, but I'm sure I will manage. There is a slight denting on the box. The way it was packaged, it was in one of those bubble wrap bags that like is shrink wrapped, like sticks together, so it's probably not the most appropriate packaging for this style. I think had it been in another cardboard box it might have withstood the damage, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to be heartbroken over it because I'm probably going to dent it as I open it. Oh, I should note that the back of the box basically tells you what's inside and has actually no synopsis whatsoever of the game, so I'll fill you in. From what I can tell, it's a stealth game, kind of like Sticks, but you play as a mouse, a little mousey mouse, so that's cool. That's something I'm down for trying out. And then it's got all your standard information there too, but I suppose let you have a closer look at the artwork. So we've got more mice. Yeah, and I quite like the colour palette, so we've got like blues and purples and greens and yellows. That's like a really odd combination, but it works very well. I like it. So, ooh. We've got things falling out here. So the first thing that I've noticed that's popped out and onto my lap is this teeny weeny little pin. So I don't usually take them out of the plastic because I might lose them, but today I'm going to. So don't know if that'll focus, but it's a little mouse playing a lute, which is very cute. That rhymed and I didn't mean it to. So that's pin. Check. Ooh. We have got one standard game. Check. And then on the back of the game we've got way more of the information regarding the story. And and that's something we don't see very often on the front of games. We've got like a little critic quote there at the front. Ghost of a Tale is a beautifully crafted and warmly affecting adventure. That's quite a nice way to summarise it. Next we have some character art cards. So I'm going to be rebellious. I'm going to take them out of the plastic. So that's the only drawback with it being in plastic. The second you take the plastic off, they're going to rattle around loose inside the box. So as long as I keep them in the box or find something to keep them in, it should be okay. Cool, so we've got Tilo or Tylo. I'm going to say Tilo the Minstrel. That's the character we just saw on our little pin. And there's actually stuff on the back as well. like a little dossier. So I'm not going to read them all out. I'll just show them to you. So we've got Gusto and Fatale. Uma Rezia. Tam and Farrow. Silas Wagstaff. God, these are some really cool names. Rolo the Smithy. There we go. Commander Gartic. Was he a baddie? I'm not sure if he's a baddie, but Kerold Red Whiskers, who looks suspiciously like a frog. Yes, I think he's maybe a wannabe mouse. He wants to be a mouse, but he's stuck as a frog. What a struggle. Ravik Migla. So he's a crow. That's pretty cool. Lady Dwinlan. Ooh. She's a ghosty mouse. That's cool. And we've got Faustus Rot. It's a little, like a plague doctor mouse. Cool. So that's some very interesting collection of characters there. I'm excited to meet them all. Ooh, next up, we have something very peculiar, something I've not seen in a game ever, if maybe once or twice. We've got like these little paper cutout things where you can stick them together and create a character. I don't know if this is the whole... So we've got the lantern, the body, the belt, right arm, base, head. So this is just for one character, for our main character, who I assume is Telos at this point. Or Tylo. So that's what it should look like if I put it together correctly. So I'm not going to do that now because if I mess it up, I'll get one, very upset, and two, it's made of paper so my cats can quite easily destroy it. So I might wait until there's a safe place to put this before I do that. But that's cute, that's something you don't see very often. Now this time around, we actually have a proper soundtrack, something that is starting to become a novelty, a distant memory with collector's editions and all this type of stuff. I like music, especially video game music, and I like having a CD because a game like this, I don't know if it's going to be popular enough to merit it being on Spotify, I don't know, but I like having the freedom to listen to it when I want, where I want, without the reliance of the internet or whatever. So it doesn't actually say how many tracks are on the disc, so I'll put that in the description. Not unless it's on the disc. Let's have a look. Oh. No. So it doesn't say. Aw, cute little mousies. Mice, sorry, mice. So yeah, we've got one soundtrack with a track listing coming your way at some point. Last, certainly not least, and of course a staple at this point for a lot of these things, an art book. Wow, it's quite hefty. It's quite thick, quite hefty. It's a softback, but I think in this instance that's not an issue. I'd like hardbacks, but hardbacks I'm always worried that I'm going to bend out of shape. So at least this, you know, it's already pretty easy to manipulate and move around. Like early artwork. Ooh. And then we've got like more concept designs with environment. Ooh. We've got maps. I might be able to use this. It might help me with sneaking around. We've got storyboards. And then we've got like the cover artwork and how that progressed. Programming is an art in its own right. So we've got some screenshots of the actual programming. We've even got some of the, music. The people actually recording and performing the pieces. That's cool. So that's actually quite a nice little art book. Always a welcome addition to these sorts of things. Okay, so that's everything there is to see for the Ghost of a Tale Collector's Edition. So just to recap, we have the nice collector's box, we've got the standard game, a little pin, a soundtrack, a paper craft figure, there we go, that's what they're called, an art book, character cards, yeah, and that's everything. That's actually a decent little collector's edition for a relatively unknown game. If it hadn't been for this popping up on the pre-order list, I wouldn't have heard of it. I wouldn't have found it on my own. And it's also very well priced, $44.99, which is the same price I paid for a PlayStation 5 game. So, and that was just the game. So I think that's decent. That's, if it's something that you would like to add to your collection and it's still available, I can't see what you have to lose. I'm looking very forward to playing the actual game, but I'm also looking very forward to adding this to my little collection of stuff. Okay, so that's all there is to see. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions or comments, pop them down below, and don't forget to check the description because I always add extra information there where possible. Yeah, so that's everything, guys. See you later.